Hello everyone. Today we're going to be talking about measure, bar line, and double bar. Measure, bar line, and double bar. Okay, so a relatively quick lesson, but still, this is important information and terminology that you may not quite be familiar with. So, if we just draw a staff to work with a little bit, remember 5 lines and 4 spaces. Right? Doesn't have to be pretty, but that's okay. 5 lines and 4 spaces. We create measures within the staff, right? So, we use things called bar lines. If I had a clef here, just so we have somewhere to start. To create a measure, we add what we call a bar line. So this right here, that line I just drew, is called a bar line, right? And we can add another one. So we now have 2 bar lines. Now a measure is considered the space in between 2 bar lines. So all of this would be a measure. And then actually between this bar line and the clef would be another one. So we have 2 measures, we have 2 bar lines. Now a measure, just so that you're aware, can also be called a bar. So this could be bar number 1, bar number 2, or measure number 1, measure number 2. And then these are the bar lines, which help us to identify where they are. Now one other thing, if you draw with me a grand staff really fast, which as fast as you can, right? Remember we need 2 staffs. The top one has a treble clef, and then we have a second staff. That'll have a bass clef on it. Alright, so bass clef. And to make the grand staff, remember, we need to draw a straight line down and then a brace to connect them. So now we have a grand staff. If I add bar lines, right, if I add bar lines to my grand staff, they have to go all the way through both staffs, right? All the way through. So bar line 1, bar line 2, and we created 2 measures. So measure 1 for treble clef, or measure 1 bass clef, measure 2 treble clef, measure 2 and 2, and then you would keep going on out. Alright, so if you have a grand staff, the line has to go all the way from top to bottom. And then we have terminology, so measure is the space between 2 bar lines, or bar line and a clef, and these bar lines are what we use to create a measure. So if you would, we're going to complete a few examples first, and I'll zoom in here in just a second. If you would like to pause the video so you can complete these on your own, I would highly recommend that. Okay. Alright, so pause. And now we're back to it. So, question 1, I hope you can see those all right. It says to divide the staff below into 4 measures with a double bar at the ends. A single staff does not begin with a bar line. So, divide the staff into 4 measures with a double bar at the ends. Now, I don't know if we said that earlier, but the double bar looks like this. Right, so it has a thicker line on the end and just one skinny line in front of it. So if I do that, my double bar line, make it extra thick just so we can see. So a thick one and then one regular one in front of it. So there's the double bar. And then divide it into 4 equal measures. So I like to divide mine right in half. Right, so now we have 2 measures, 1, 2. And if we divide each of those in half, now we have 4 measures, right? And remember, you don't start the line with a bar line, right? That's where the clef would go. So now we have measure 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then our double bar line there at the ends. Okay, question 2. Draw a treble clef. So let's do that first. Treble clef. Divide the staff below into 4 measures with a double bar at the end. So let's do that, then we'll come back and read the directions. So double bar here. We'll go extra thick and then a skinny one. And then we need 4 measures, so I would use this up here to keep them even, but half. We have 4 measures now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, write any whole notes in each measure. So let's do that. We'll just pick 4 random ones. So we'll go space number 2, go space number 4, let's go line number 3, and line number 1. And then name the note on the line below the staff. So we want to put the name here. So this would be an A, E, B, and then another E. Okay. Question 3 says to draw a bass clef. Let's do that. Divide the staff below into 4 measures with a double bar at the end. So we can do that. We've done it 2 times already. So double bar here, thick on this side, then a skinny one in front. Now we need to divide. Now you should look at these lines just to give you a little bit of hint, right? It'll tell you where they need to go. So we need a line here and then a line here. So now we have 4 measures, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now it says write any 4 quarter notes, alternate stem directions in each measure. So we need 4 quarter notes, and we could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have stems going up, down, down, down. And maybe this time we start lower, so we get more going the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, all of those go up, don't they? And then you continue for the last 2, but we'll do these. So this should be a C, D, E, F, and then G, A, B, C. Okay? Question 4, draw a grand staff. So it means we need a treble clef on top, need a bass clef here, straight line, and then a brace, and then we need 4 measures with a double bar at the end. Now this double bar too, remember it goes all the way down, all the way through the whole thing, and a skinny one in front of it. So there's a double bar, and then we need 4 equal measures, and it told us again where to put them, so we'll go 1 here, 1 here, and 1 there. Okay, let's see the whole thing, good. Now write any 2 half notes in each measure, alternate stem directions and staves. So that means it wants 1 in bass clef and 1 in treble clef. So we can go here and here. Now you're going above the spaces, right? Then we'll go here and here, so forth. And then we add the stems, right? These are all half notes. And then begin with a bar line below the clefs when there's a grand staff. Oh yeah, so we add the bar line here, right? Just like we talked about the straight line going down. All right, now if we name these, that would be a C and a B, and this is an A, and that would be an F, and you could continue for the last 2. So if you need any help, remember you can pause the video, go back to where you need to, or if you need any help, I'm always available in class. So hope you have a great day.